Let's also go across now to the management of Symphony with record-breaking sales and a strong summer this time around. Thanks so much for joining us, Mr. Shah. Let's take a look at the revenue numbers. They've doubled on a year-on-year basis. Would you attribute this to strong summers, a heat wave? Is this seasonal or is it sustainable?
So this is on account of two reasons. One, even though summer of 2017 and 18 were relatively weak summers, we had strategized to look much beyond that, and that has really paid off well. Of course, good summer, especially in North India and across the country, has really helped in terms of standalone performance. Not only that, the performance is with the background of there was a huge inventory in the beginning of the year as well as beginning of the season in the trade, not only of Symphony product but also of many competitors. In fact, by and large, entire inventory has been cleared off and there has been substantial additional offtake.
Sure. Margins have also turned around. What has led to that? What's the current market share looking like as well?
At the same time, let me be modest because our this quarter growth is on a very low base of June 18, So we will not like to be driven merely by YOY growth percentage. In fact, we are back on track. And this is in line with the normal performance as we used to perform in earlier years. That's number one. Number two, at contribution level or operating margin, even in earlier quarters, it was by and large in the range of what we have achieved in this quarter, which is around 50%. But because of robust top line at EBITDA level, there is a substantial growth. Not only that, on account of acquisition of climate technology starting 1st July 2018, even that has added to consolidated performance.
Okay, so are you focusing mainly on premiumization of products, and what is your margin expectation for FY20?
So in fact, we have come out with many innovative models and we have launched them for the year 1920 and summer of 20. So they are in the residential range, commercial range as well as package range, and they are really carrying much more powerful cooling, innovative design and format, and also some of the path-breaking features for which we have applied for domestic as well as global design and IP registration. That's number one. Number two, we have succeeded in carrying out some major value engineering. And thirdly, by and large, we expect to maintain the gross profit margin in line with what we have achieved in June 19 quarter, that is around 50%.
Okay, but with most of the companies facing a slowdown, you don't seem to be impacted by that. How has the demand been for you, and what is the demand expectation for the latter part of the year as well?
In a way, we are in a fortunate industry whereby slowdown or inflation or crisis of NBFC sector or other sectors don't really impact much to our sector. What really impacts is good summer, and when I say good summer means consistent heat, and hence on account of that, even starting current quarter, which is an off season, we are really witnessing very robust sentiments and robust demand, and we are very optimistic.
There has been some interruption, hiccups in terms of climate technology. What is the update on the growth in international market and margin outlook for climate technologies for FY20?
For international business, we have 4 overseas subsidiaries. As far as IMCO Mexico is concerned and GSK are concerned, they are already turnaround story, and the return on capital employed are almost at par with Symphony India. As far as climate technology is concerned, it's just about a year since we have acquired. Integration is almost over. We have identified some of the areas to work upon extensively. They are like launching Symphony range of residential air coolers in Australian market as well as in USA market through their ready-made market access. Number two, sourcing of their some of the products and components from China for cost reduction. Thirdly, upgradation of their some of the models. And fourthly, also rationalization of some of the overhead, which should happen in ensuing quarters. And with that, we are hopeful to post much better performance down the line for climate technology.
We understand that existing AC brands have resorted to aggressive schemes and high ad spend to ramp up the market share. Are you looking at aggressive schemes for coolers as well?
So during the quarter, our advertisement and sales promotion expenses were up from 19 crore in June 18 to about 28 crore. And of course, by and large, most of the ad spend happens during summer months, that is June quarter. And year as a whole, we expect it to be in the range of 4 to 6%.
All right. And finally, in terms of international markets, are you looking to tap any in FY20? What are your capex plans looking like?
As far as international markets are concerned, first and foremost, in the respect of our overseas operational subsidiaries, so we have really now estimated market size of air cooler for each of the overseas operational countries. So say in Australia, through climate technology, it caters the market size of close to 3,000 crore in Australia and United States put together. As far as China is concerned, for GSK, the local market size of air cooler in China is close to 3,500 crore, and China does export air cooler amounting to about 1,500 crore. And as far as IMCO Mexico is concerned, it's close to 400 crore. That's number one. Number two, for exports from India, we have aggressively focused on about 15 to 17 markets where we wish to ramp up substantially in the medium term. And recently, we have opened a subsidiary company in Brazil where there is a huge potential. So in the respect of exports from India as well as international operations, I would say we have just begun. There is a huge potential and opportunity.
Okay, great to have you on the show, and thanks so much for highlighting what Symphony's performance has been in the quarter gone by and what you're likely to clock in the previous, or rather in the next few quarters as well.